Hello everyone. In this video, I will be sharing another US FDA new drug approval update. On May 1st, 2026, the US FDA approved the first proteolysis targeting Chimera PROTAC, VEPPANU Vepdegestrant. VEPPANU is indicated for the treatment of adults with estrogen receptor ER-positive, human epidermal growth factor receptor 2, HER2 negative, estrogen receptor 1, ESR1 mutated advanced or metastatic breast cancer with disease progression following at least one line of endocrine therapy. Now, let's dive into this medication in more detail. Vepdegestrant, brand name VEPPANU. This medication was approved by the US FDA on May 1st, 2026, and indicated for the treatment of adults with estrogen receptor ER-positive, human epidermal growth factor receptor 2, HER2 negative, estrogen receptor 1, ESR1, mutated advanced or metastatic breast cancer, as detected by a FDA-authorized test, with disease progression following at least one line of endocrine therapy. Chemically, Vepdegestrant is an oral small molecule targeting both estrogen receptor and E3 ligase cereblon. Molecule weight is 723.9 grams per mole. Hydrogen bond acceptor 9. Hydrogen bond acceptor refers to the number of nitrogen and oxygen within the drug molecule. Hydrogen bond donor 2. Hydrogen bond donor refers to the number of OH and NH groups within the drug molecule. Log P 5.8, which is a lipophilicity parameter for the drug molecule. The higher log P, the more lipophilic drug molecule. Polar surface area 96 square angstrom. This medication is available as tablets. The strength of the tablets are 100 mg and 200 mg with active pharmaceutical ingredients Vepdegestrant. Recommended dosage 200 mg taken orally once daily with food. Therapy interruption, dose reduction, or permanent discontinuation may be required to mitigate the risk of adverse reactions. Mechanistically, this medication works as a heterobifunctional protein degrader. Basically, one part of the molecule in red targets estrogen receptor ER, and the other part of the molecule in pink binds to E3 ligase cereblon (CRBN). After the binding interactions, this will lead to the degradation cascade process via CRBN-mediated polyubiquitination and degradation of ER by the proteasome, followed by the reduction of ER protein levels in breast cancer cells. Pharmacokinetically, Tmax, the median time to reach the maximal plasma concentration is 6 hours. The apparent oral volume of distribution of Vepdegestrant is 764 liters. Protein binding is over 99%. Metabolism. Vepdegestrant is primarily metabolized through phase 2 sulfation by various sulfotransferase and oxidation via CYP3A4, and to a lesser extent by CYP2C8, CYP2C9, and CYP3A5 enzymes. The effective elimination half-life is 19 hours. Excretion in the urine 1.5% with less than 0.02% as a parent drug molecule. In the feces, approximately 68% of the dose was recovered with 18% as parent drug molecules. Drug-drug interactions. Given that Vepdegestrant is primarily metabolized by CYP3A4 enzyme, strong CYP3A inhibitors or inducers can increase or decrease the drug exposure of Vepdegestrant respectively, therefore avoid concomitant use. If unavoidable, reduce or increase the VEPPANU dose accordingly. Certain P-glycoprotein and UGT1A9 substrates, when applicable, avoid concomitant use with these substrates. The reason is that Vepdegestrant is a P-glycoprotein UGT1A9 inhibitor, can increase exposure of P-glycoprotein or UGT1A9 substrates, and their associated risk of adverse reactions. Refer to the full prescribing information for details. Contraindications. Currently, there are no contraindications listed on the prescribing information. The most common adverse reactions greater than or equal to 10%, including laboratory abnormalities, were increased aspartate aminotransferase AST and alanine aminotransferase ALT, musculoskeletal pain, fatigue, decreased hemoglobin, decreased neutrophils, increased alkaline phosphatase, nausea, decreased blood potassium, increased bilirubin, decreased appetite, electrocardiogram, ECG QT prolongation, decreased platelets, and constipation. Here are the key sources which I have used to prepare for today's video. The US FDA New Drug Approval Updates for 2026 is a very valuable resource. In addition, most of the medication information which I shared today is based on VEPPANU prescribing information. This document is available at the US FDA drug website, along with the drug manufacturer website. Finally, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you find this video helpful, subscribe for future medication video updates. As always, keep learning and elevating. Thank you so much.